Welcome to an episode of Our Education System. Today we have with us Srimati Rupa Subramanya, the principal of Vijay Bharati PU College, Girinagar, Bengaluru. She is also the commerce lecturer in this college and has been directly involved with the education sector for about 15 years now. Welcome, ma'am. The goal of this interview is to understand the current state of education and to know if the system is trying to shift their focus towards overall development of students while catering to the demands of this ever-changing world. Currently, every pre-university college across India wants their students to secure top ranks in board exams and other competitive exams like CET, JEE Mains, etc. because it will help colleges build up their brand name, and that publicity would help colleges to improve their quality of education as a result. The overall conclusion of this is that colleges in India are sort of failing to give their students some skills that will help them to prosper in their future. The goals set by colleges are somewhat limiting the exposure that the students are receiving. So, what could be an alternative goal that the colleges must set?
See, basically, in our country, we fail to teach the conceptual way of understanding.
Yeah.
We don't make the child to understand the concept. We make the child to, if you write this much, you will get this much marks. So it is more of a marks oriented than the learning. Yeah. So here, what we do is we make the child we make the students to understand the concept and build up that curiosity in them, asking questions, or we give them the training to think of themselves, give them the challenge. So a kind of challenge happens in almost every class. So this is how we train the students, and most of the institutes should try to do this. Rather than focusing only on the marks. Of course, marks is important, but marks is important only up to the entry point. Later, the child should survive on his or her own capability. So that capability, the self-confidence, the thought process, everything has to be taught from the school level till the 12th standard.
In our education system, students are encouraged to develop their soft skill just month or two before graduation so that they get placed in some good company. Until then, they aren't exposed to soft skill training. Is last 2 months of training enough? Can we do any better, and how do we do it?
See, the soft skill training should not be focused only to get a job. It should be imbibed in their personality. So we have to give them the soft skill training, give them more of a project oriented work where they are exposed to the outside world rather than confining themselves within the college or the school premises. Take them out, make them learn the things, understand the situations. That is how their personality needs to be groomed rather than only giving the soft skills within the classroom will certainly not help. After the soft skill training, once the soft skill trainer move out of the classroom, they are back to same position, lack of confidence, low self-esteem, all these things. So expose them to the practical world.
There are lots of students in the age group of 15 to 25 who deal with minor psychological issues. It can be as simple as stress, anxiety, low self-esteem, etc. Are these issues contributing towards the hindrance of students' academic performance? If so, what are the colleges doing to solve these issues?
Of course, most of the students once they have a low self-esteem or less confidence, it also affects them academically. I agree. here in our college, as I already mentioned, we focus on conceptual teaching, and also give them lot more opportunity to take the initiation, run the program, give them the complete opportunity to handle a situation. So these kind of activities, it should be more of an activity based than just confining to the textbook learning.
We are in the era of ever changing technology. Mobile phones, laptops, and other devices are almost inseparable from our lives. All these technologies have a lot of positive influence. Example, a student could clear his or her doubts by simply searching it on Google or YouTube. Then there's the bad side of technology. Students aren't aware of the consequences of overuse or misuse of platforms like Facebook, Instagram, etc. So, is there something that can be done by institutions across India to ensure that students interact and use technology in a healthy way?
Here I would like to bring in the role of parents.
Okay.
Not just the institutions. See, institutions, they spend probably 6 to 7 hours with us, but at home they spend the major portion of their time. So the parents should also take the responsibility to see that to what extent the child is exposed to the technology, especially the younger kids up to 12th standard. They have to check what are the sites that they are visiting, how long they are using it, is it really making any changes in their personality, or are they really learning something good. So it is the responsibility of the parents, and I would say institution itself cannot do anything, because most of the schools and colleges, they ban the use of mobiles in the colleges and schools.
In our education system, we never teach students how to think or what are the conditions required for us to function optimally. No one is thought to be a leader. Usually there will be handful students with an unfair advantage who get exposed to other dimensions of life apart from studying. So, shouldn't we be concerned about the fact that we are creating followers and not leaders? Is there something that is being done to solve this at a college level?
At the college level, with the time available with us, we conduct a lot of activities, not just confining to test and examination. Lot of activity is done. In fact, on Guru Purnima or Teachers Day, we make the student to become a teacher and stand and teach the juniors. So that activity is also done. That is just an example. So this way, a lot of activity needs to be done. Of course, I agree that we lack in creating the leaders, so they simply become the followers. So one thing that is creating the leadership, other thing, sticking to their own thought process. They simply adopt to others' way of thinking, and because of lack of confidence, low self-esteem. So make them to think on their own and stand by their own opinion. See, this opinion forming should happen at the early age, maybe from 8th standard. 8th standard to 12th standard, the child growth mentally is makes a big difference to their personality in the long run. So from high school till 12th standard, we need to train the child to think on their own and adopt their own thoughts to the given situation.
Soon after this pandemic subsides, colleges will surely reopen. Since the students would have been distressed by this current situation, and possibly some students might have even lost their loved ones due to this deadly virus, have the colleges planned as to how to deal with this post-pandemic life of their students?
Right now we are facing the pandemic situation. We need to plan it out for post-pandemic situation. Of course, we will plan and see that each child is given the due advantage or the due time, the love, affection from all of us, so that the child is not felt lonely for any reason. As you said, maybe the child has lost the dear ones, whatever may be the situation, we will see that the child comes out colorfully after the once the completion of the academic year, and it will be successful. The child will be successful in her or his life in the long run. That is what our aim is, to see that each child is unique. We always see that each child is unique, and due weightage is given to each child's feeling.
Thank you for watching this video. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel.